Hi guys, thanks for tuning in again. Today I want to share my thoughts about Windwalker Monk going into Midnight, where it stands right now and what could still be improved. Without wasting any more time, let's get started. I want to start with the good things first, and one of the major things I really like about Midnight is the decent build variety. For example, we can build into a heavy Blackout Kick build or a Fist of Fury build. We can also choose between more of a magic heavy build with rushing wind kick or slicing winds. Yeah, this is just awesome. Zenith. Many people are very upset losing Storm and Fire, but let me tell you, this spell feels amazing to press. It's not on the global cooldown, so you can put it in to your rotation whenever you want to, and it feels great to press. An amazing ability. Rushing Wind Kick. I am absolutely in love with this spell. Like, it's pure class fantasy. It just fits with Windwalker Monk, and yeah. I also love that we can spec even more into our core abilities, like Rising Sun Kick or Blackout Kick even more. This feels just great, making a health bar, like an enemy health bar move, by pressing Rising Sun Kick. It's amazing. Now I want to share my wish list for Windwalker Monk going into Midnight. Let's start with energy. Energy right now feels very bad. Even though I spec into all the talents which help my resources, it still feels awful outside of Zenith. So it feels like we need tons of haste just to be able to press buttons, which feels not good to me. And if I take a look at mages, for example, they can just spam their buttons and don't have to think about their mana at all, which feels very bad as a monk, because in my opinion we are supposed to be a fighting class and throwing punches and kicks all the time. And so it feels pretty bad that we, out of all classes, just stand still and do nothing. I hope that can change, hopefully. If we take a look at Survival Hunter, for example, they got a great change where kill command has no cost anymore, no cooldown, so they can just spam it and cast it into Raptor Strike anytime. So this just feels so good, honestly. It feels so good to play, and I would wish for Monk to get the same thing with Tiger Palm. So make Tiger Palm free, so we can just cast Tiger Palm into Blackout Kick anytime. This would be our 2-hit combo we can use all the time, which would feel amazing. I'm all for it. Next up is our Toolkit. Black Sweep is our only stun we have. It has baseline 1 minute cooldown, lasts for 3 seconds and has only melee range. I think it's honestly the worst stun in the entire game. I hope that we get a 4 or 5 second stun, maybe with a slightly bigger range as it is right now. Yeah, it's really needed. Windwalker Monk lacks like group utility for Mythic Plus keys, so I would love to paralyze getting a new talent which makes it AoE. So it could be a interrupt, an AoE interrupt like Outlaw has with Blind. Yeah, I think that would be a very good addition. Mystic Touch is something we have for quite a long time now, but I would love for it to get removed or replaced by a new buff, which makes Monk way more attractive to other people, to other groups. So maybe give it a 3% haste buff, which would help out a lot for the class itself. Doesn't matter if it's Brewmaster or Mistweaver. Having access to Battle Rush or Bloodlust would also be a great addition. We need to be more attractive to get picked, because right now it lacks on every end. so I hope for a big rework. Selfheal. Vivify right now feels so weak, especially in PvP. We need like 60 plus casts of Vivify to top ourselves, which is just ridiculous. But also in PvE, you need around 20 casts to top yourself. This could be increased in my opinion. Let's talk about sustainability in general. Windwalker Monk feels especially weak right now in this department. I know it's the tuning as well for Vivify, but even outside of Vivify, DK for example, the healing is insane, especially in PvP. And I know DK should have self-sustain and self-healing. It's class fantasy and whatever. But even if I compare Windwalker Monk to a Rogue, Rogue seems to have more healing than a Windwalker Monk. Which feels awful. So I really hope to see some changes there. So I came up with some ideas of mine, and let me know what you think about them. For example, maybe Blackout Kick could heal like 0.5% each time it hits, or Rising Sun Kick heals us for 3% max health, or giving us a shield. Even roll, like it would be amazing if when we roll we get a shield. It doesn't have to be 10%, but maybe even 3 to 5% of our max health would be amazing. Or give us a brew bag or a tea, which we can drink maybe every other minute, not every 30 seconds like a Rogue, maybe every minute would be also fine. Maybe even 2 charges. So let's talk about rushing Wind Kick. I have no idea why Mistweaver got it like before Windwalker Monk in general. To me it's peak Windwalker Monk fantasy, but now we have it, but I would love it to get more love. In general, I would love if it could become a choice node between Rising Sun Kick and rushing Wind Kick, and also adding another choice node, which for example could make rushing Wind Kick a targeted single target spell. So you have prio damage, you can choose between prio damage or AoE damage. This could be insane to have a tool which has range as a Windwalker Monk. Absolutely amazing. Dance of Chiji. I hope they could add Blackout Kick to the proc, so you can choose between single target or AoE, because it feels awful to cast Spinning Crane Kick in single target. I would love this change. This next idea might sound absolutely insane, but listen. Just imagine for a second, if Windwalker Monk could get 10 to 12 yard range on all abilities, which would make it so unique. Just imagine getting infused by wind, and having this range would be insane. And lastly, Zennflight. I would love Blizzard. Blizzard, please make it a flying mount and also a ground mount as well. I would love to have it. Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think about Windwalker Monk going into midnight. What would you change? What do you wish for? So have a great day. Thank you again, and see you next time. Bye bye!